Boxing Council Super Lightweight Championship bout. Introducing to you the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks. He hails from Las Vegas, Nevada, and he weighs in tonight 139 pounds. A record of 29 wins, 5 losses, 20 wins by way of knockout. He is the former junior lightweight champion of the world, ranked number 9 by the World Boxing Council as a super lightweight. Introducing the challenger, Roger Black Mamba Mayweather. And his opponent on my right, in the red corner, the champion, wearing red trunks with white trim. Weighing in tonight the exact same weight, 139 pounds, with a record of 44 wins, 3 losses, 37 wins by way of knockout. He is the World Boxing Council Super Lightweight Champion of the world from Apatzingán, Michoacán, Mexico, el campeón Rene Arredondo. Referee in charge now to give instructions, Lou Filippo.
Okay, I gave your instructions in the dressing room. Just obey my commands. Okay? Shake hands. Any questions? Shake hands. Let's have a good fight.
Well, even the referee wants to see a good fight, and I'm sure this crowd do here. Lou Filippo once fought the great Carlos Ortiz, the world lightweight champion. So Arredondo now sometimes has not been predictable, and certainly Roger Mayweather hasn't, because he's defeated 3 top-flight Mexicans in Los Angeles in big upsets. And he did it also against San Serrano in Puerto Rico when he became the super featherweight champion of the world. That's 9 stone 4. Now we're up to the 10 stone division, known in Britain and Europe basically as the light welterweight one. The one that IBF champion was Terry Marsh. Some good boxing going here. They're both, as they say in the fight trade, a couple of bangers, but they can also box a bit. A lot of skill. And Mayweather, a brother Floyd Mayweather, who fought Sugar Ray Leonard and was very close to championship class. And now, although he was born in Grand Rapids in Michigan, boxes out of Las Vegas with Jesse Reed in his corner. And Jesse's always been around good class fighters. So, Jim, only a minute into the opening round now. How do you fancy this? First time you've seen them, isn't it?
Yeah, first time I've seen either of them, but you can see they've both been mixing in the top class for a few years, because already they've started feinting each other, trying to get the other man off balance, trying to find openings. They're not just swinging in with crazy punches. Arredondo is stretching a little bit, and I think that's because Mayweather is just taking a little half step back as he moves forward. But good thinking fighters, it would seem, and both for the big punch, the way they're setting their feet.
I tell you what, they're big-built boys, certainly across the shoulders to make the 10 stone weight. And I'm wondering if either of them have had to drag a bit to do it. And as you can hear there, this crowd really signal every punch that comes in from Arredondo. They're totally hostile. Not the same arena as the famous Olympic, which sadly, like Liverpool Stadium, is being pulled down. And that was where they made the Rocky films there, but the atmosphere here is just as tense as a film. I've seen Mayweather box, and again he's been beaten a couple of times by ordinary fighters, Fred Pendleton. But on the other hand, he fought the great Julio Cesar Chavez, the unbeaten Mexican champion, and although he lost, it shows what sort of company he's been working with Mayweather. So I wouldn't write the challenger off. Jim, from a boxer's point of view, as we come up to the final seconds, it must be tough atmosphere here, away from home with all this crowd.
Yeah, but Mayweather doesn't seem affected. That was a good right hand just as the round's finished.
rundown then of Arredondo. As I say, he beat Lonnie Smith for the championship, but lost it, surprisingly enough, in his first defence to Hamada, but that was in Japan, and he regained it against the Japanese last July in the 6th round. Out for the second, and it was hardly a searching start. They really were banging away with that left-hand jab, just trying to get into range. But all good quality stuff boxing this, Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see a lot of technique, and both these boys work good concentration. They never take their eyes off the target. They're both trying to cause the other fellow to make mistakes. Mayweather has looked dangerous once or twice with that right hand. He caught Arredondo just at the end of the first round with a good shot. He's looking pretty dangerous with that.
There it is again, only just off target. He tries to wait for the left lead to come, Mayweather, watch for that, and then drops it over the top. Now that was way out, but when he steps in with it, it can be a really dangerous looking shot. When you see this, Jim, you wonder, the ex-Olympic champion Pernell Whitaker has a decision over Mayweather, so it looks like he's going to be a potential challenger.
Arredondo looks very powerful, so I think Mayweather has made up his mind to try to back him off and take some of the sting out of his punches. He's trying to force the champion back.
Arredondo has been a bit of a playboy in his time because of the way he won and lost the title so quickly, which surprised everybody. But there you go, he's had 37 knockouts or stoppages from 47 fights. It's amazing the way they're using long punches, isn't it, Jim? They obviously respect each other's punching power.
Yeah, and a few times Arredondo's jabs have fallen short, and he's pulling his head back as though he's caught out in mid-air. You see, he leads with a jab. When it falls short, he should be dipping his chin and getting in between his shoulders, but he's actually lifting his head up, which again could cause him some problems.
So a minute to go in round 2, and it really is, well, certainly from Jim Watt and I's part, very classy and interesting boxing. It's championship level. And there you are, you're almost in there with them. Well, it looks to me, Jim, that the right-hand punch from either man is going to be causing the damage here. Mayweather looks as though he could be the most dangerous with it.
Mayweather seems to be the more difficult to catch cleanly at this stage. He's looking shifty, he's looking sharp, and Arredondo hasn't really had the chance to land any big stuff yet.
So we're into round 4 then of the scheduled 12, and now the World Boxing Council and the World Boxing Association have the standard 12-round distance. And it really has been, well, almost catch as catch can, Jim. It's been crafty boxing, but effective hitting.
Yeah, well, both boys at all times have been set for the big punches, but they haven't had too many opportunities to land them because they both have very sharp reflexes. They're just slipping their chin out of distance just at that last split second. But at any moment, obviously, that little split second late, the punches are going to start landing.
So the other champion actually at this weight is Juan Coggi, who defeated the Italian Oliva. So maybe we'll get another unification match now that the WBC and the WBA seem to be all pals again. As I say, Jim, Mayweather's been in such good class. He had 2 defences of what was then his 9'4" World Championship before he lost to Rocky Lockridge, and surprisingly that was a knockout in the first round. But he's made a bit of a comeback since then, and obviously I think Jesse Reed and co in Las Vegas have got his spirit and ambition back. I thought this performance, I'm very impressed with the challenger.
Well, I think that means both boys have been knocked out in the first round, because I believe when Arredondo lost his title to Hamada, it was in the first round. Well, he did complain his food had been poisoned beforehand. So well, this proves, although the both of them can punch and the both of them can be knocked out too.
Yeah, that's a pretty good excuse, isn't it, getting into the ring with food poisoning, I suppose. But still, he proved his point by regaining it in the 6th round. So a minute to go in the 4th then. And this look, it's almost like a bit of a minefield. They're sort of cocking the right hand, ready to unleash it, and you're not sure which one's going to land the hardest. And now the crowd are getting on the champion's back a bit. As I say, they might be hostile when he's in front and making the challenger feel a bit awkward. But if their man's not doing the business, they also get pretty mad at them here.
See, at this point, Arredondo is not stepping in enough with the punches. Look at these jabs, they're all falling short. And he looks a little bit apprehensive the way he's pulling his head up in the air. For a world champion with 40-odd fights, he's making some basic mistakes. You see, he's just kind of sticking the arm out. There he goes. He's not really stepping in with the jab. And he could run into trouble here.
Well, he made that one count right on the bell there, left hook to the body, as referee Filippo, there he is, collecting the scorecards after each round. The judges come from Colombia, Puerto Rico and Korea. But the way they're going, I don't think the points are going to be needed. Here's a replay, Jim.
Well, Arredondo has been caught a couple of times with his head too high, and again we see Mayweather taking advantage of that there.
And we're into round 5 now, really warmed up. And I think maybe the Mexican hero, he was a hero until the last round. They gave him a bit of stick, the crowd. Might be looking to do something more conclusive. But Roger Mayweather really knows his business. So it's the underdog really starting to climb on top now. Now, I'm still wondering, Jim, as I said at the off, whether Arredondo can do that 10-stone weight comfortably. He looks as though there's something wrong to me. He's not unleashing quickly enough.
Well, I'm thinking the same thing, because he's not putting the power you would expect to see in his jab. And even when the jab lands, Mayweather is able to come straight through the jab and land with his own counters. So there seems to be a lack of power. I don't know if there's a lack of strength as well in Arredondo's work, but he's not finding the range. And he was shaking there slightly with that short little right hand, which didn't look all that powerful.
These very colourful blue gloves are quite tightly packed and well bandaged, as you can see, or elastic actually around the wrist. They're very good gloves and easy for the judges to have a look at and know where they've gone. See, he boxes his way in so well, Mayweather. He sticks that left hand jab out, makes the opening, and then whips over the right hand, Jim. He really is confident now.
Mayweather is looking very sharp. I don't know if he feels in there that Arredondo doesn't have the power that maybe Mayweather expected him to have. And as the fight's going on, he's looking more and more comfortable. He's taking a few more chances, and they're coming off for him, and he's getting into punching range and landing good punches.
And again, the crowd jeering Arredondo. I mean, that's really taken some credit away from the challenger, isn't it?
I think obviously the crowd feel there should be a lot more authority in the champion's works. Even then, just as I was speaking, he's just feeding out a little hand punch, a little arm punch. No power whatsoever in that jab.
Now you get the feeling that Mayweather saying, hello, it looks like I could be a champion again. And that's a good performance to get up from 9 stone 4 to 10 stone to win a championship. See that the moment he does something right, the crowd are with him again. A great turncoats, aren't they? Filippo not doing a bad job here. He's still a bit lively, the old lightweight. Mind you, Jim, as I come up to the end of the round, it's an easy fight to handle, this one. It's a good fight. So a bit of replay there, and Arredondo here is just getting a little bit of success. That's what caused the crowd to cheer him home a bit there. Missed with the right hand, but at least Mayweather missed as well. Out for the 6th round, and really in full stride now, this World Boxing Council light welterweight or super lightweight championship of the world. That's between the light and welterweight divisions. Arredondo needs all the help he can get at the moment from the crowd. I've been impressed by Mayweather's sharp boxing, good right hand punching, and a little bit disappointed, like you, Jim, in Arredondo's show so far.
Yeah, he hasn't had the power we expect from him, and he's never really launched an attack and sustained the pace for any time. He's landed a couple of good left hooks, a couple of good punches, but he's never sustained anything, and he's never at any point even looked like dominating Mayweather.
So just pulling on for a punch there. Filippo made himself heard, but I don't think Mayweather's going to be put out of his stride at all. He's got a lot of patience too. He's waiting for the champion to move into range all the time. Good punch by Arredondo. He's trying the right hand now. Oh, what a shot though from Mayweather. It was almost as if he'd uncoiled a spring there, the way he let go. He's looking around, he couldn't find his own corner. Well dazed, and the legs are buckling under him now. Is Filippo going to stop this after the 8 count? No, he's not. And he winks, would you believe that? That takes a bit of doing. I don't think that will help him, because Mayweather's not going to be friendly. And it was just as well that that uppercut missed. And he's going to take up the count again. He's getting a bit longer, pushing Mayweather back to a neutral corner. And it looks as though he might be able to stop it here, but Arredondo saying, no, I'm okay, but not for long, I'm sure. Mayweather will take advantage of this, and the final punch is right around the side of the head. He's not going to count, and he's hurt there, Arredondo. For me, the referee may as well have stopped it the moment he waved play on there, because the champion, well, he was just always going to go. No matter how much he nodded to the referee, there was no way that he could do it.